Now the fourth-year running back. This is Devin Singletary. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A matchup here for our first game of 2022. The 103rd season in NFL history, and this is the first of 285 games on the schedule this year. Now, both of these teams certainly hope to be playing in that 285th game. That would be Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. The Rams were able to raise the Super Bowl 56 banner before the game. Of course, they beat Cincinnati on this very field back in February to win that Lombardi Trophy. Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A give up the middle to Singletary. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that pass, a big one for Matt Stafford, folks. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards. Just the 12th ever NFL quarterback to do that. The former #1 pick in 2009 out of Georgia. Been so durable, so dependable in his career. And what a mark for Matt Stafford. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago because he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Going right back to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now they'll throw with Allen. Going deep for Diggs. They got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They run here with Singletary. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Singletary again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Here's Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
On 2nd and goal. Stafford. Robinson's got it. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. On 1st down, it's Stafford.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Here's Stafford.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Stafford. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams.
Cam Akers
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lock. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Allen.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
Called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Allen to throw once more.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. In the late afternoon games, one to keep an eye on for sure will be in Minneapolis, where it'll be the Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, what a kickoff to Monday Night Football. Russell Wilson's first game as a Bronco, and it's in Seattle to wrap up Week 1. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jordan Phillips coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Troy Hill picks it. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Jefferson really grew into the deep threat LA needed as it ramped up its passing attack, averaging a cool 16 yards per catch. One of the best marks in the league and helping the Rams earn a ring. back at it again in 2022, picking up a first down with a big play.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. This is caught by Robinson.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go right back to Singletary. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, left side caught by Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A give, Singletary right side. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw, it's Allen. There's the stiff arm. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
Akers back-to-back catches.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, a give to Henderson.
They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it. And this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Singletary again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
72 yards rushing now for Singletary, and he's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. Flush to his right.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Now Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give up the middle to Singletary. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. There'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So now Stafford and the Rams down 20-17, a little over 20 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That, before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Buffalo, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans.
Meanwhile, for the Rams, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.